think Poland is slightly behind in family business and sustainability. So first of all, I don't think any of the Polish, either even family or corporations in Poland producing packaging, they have their own fund for energy. So I think this is the first one. And the second one is, I think, our strong R&D. So we do a lot of research, and I think this is something that we. What is very important in R&D and sustainability, we call this. I don't know if you know this term, anti-volatile communication. So no, okay. We ran out of paper today. So usually a company works like this. In many cases, not all of them, but in many cases. So this is the sales manager, and this is the purchasing manager. And here you have production, technology, IT, R&D, marketing, and supplier, customer. Production, technology, supplier, R&D, technology, IT. And then this sales manager gets information from all these guys. He goes here, he speaks to the purchasing manager, and he distributes all this. And this is how a lot of companies that don't know how to do it work. And then, I don't know if you guys know this game from childhood, it's called the death phone, where you say something to the ear and at the end something else comes up. Yeah. This is exactly what happens in companies. But smart companies, when they want to innovate, especially in sustainable development, they will connect these departments together, especially R&D and R&D. But if you connect the departments, then there is no volatile communication. And this R&D, if you innovate yourself, then you have to promote the innovation inside. So you need to tell the sales guys, listen, we did this great thing in R&D, and now go and sell it to the customer. If you innovate with the customer, so together, you don't have to promote it internally, you don't have to promote it externally, because when the innovation is done, the customer will buy it because he started this product with you. So it's very important to always innovate with the customer, especially in sustainable development R&D. This is our goal. And we research not only compostable and compostable materials, but also monomaterials and also downgauging. If you go to our website and you press YouTube, there's going to be around 15 movies, different movies. One of them is like a B2B commercial with our customer, where we decrease the weight of a tube by 30%, and we decrease the amount of plastic by 15,000 kilo a year because of downgauging. So downgauging monomaterials via compostable. Also what we do is we founded a company which is called Formika Energy. And this is a new company, fully with our sustainable, in line with our sustainable development. And as of January next year, we'll have 5 megawatts of power. This is quite a lot. And all our packaging most of our packaging will be produced from this energy from the sun. So this is something that we do for the environment. And of course, the carbon footprint and everything, this is going to be all green energy. And it's very important. What is important about sustainability is also so you don't get greenwashed on the market. Because many companies will tell you, oh, this is a cosmetic in a paper tube. It's a beautiful, one of the big brands have now a paper tube cosmetic. If you try to cut this cosmetic, this tube in half, and you will see that inside is 20% of plastic. And this paper tube is much worse to recycle than a plastic tube with less material, because this plastic with this paper will be generally not recycled. So there's a lot of greenwashing in sustainability, and be careful with that. Second part is that, of course, the planet is very important, and we strive for that to be better, healthier. But please remember that in the world, when you don't know what it is about, it's usually about money. So the sustainability movement is driven also by corporations to earn a lot of money. The billions of euros spent now on sustainable development is creating a flow of money, a reflow of money in the economy, and this is also the case. So sometimes read in between the lines not always get what the mainstream is saying, because usually there's some other, depth inside it. But it's a very important topic. Just don't think everything is like they tell you. There's some money behind, some big money behind this whole topic. But of course, it is important to care about the planet, and we do that. And then just finishing, since 10 years we have a foundation for kids, which is help. I don't know how it is in Poland. In Poland, it goes into in the same bag as plastic, and then it's sorted in.
So it's the responsibility of the consumer.
Well, the parts that we don't use, you will see how it is recycled in the stream, in the production. But of course, you need to that every packaging is the responsibility of the consumer.
Yeah, okay. But
Yeah, otherwise, the stream will be blocked.
I know from the past that one of the methods how to recycle, how to get aluminium out of the general waste is to throw it into a water bath, just water bath, because of the
Wait.
the general weight of aluminium is 2.7. So this aluminium is 2.7 more heavy than water. And most of the plastics are less than 1. So that means in a water bottle, the plastics stay on the surface, and aluminium and other parts of other metal parts are going down to the bottom.
Yeah, so you can recycle that.
Yeah.
So 60% of the aluminium that was produced in the last 60, 70 years is still in the cycle.
Oh, okay.
And depends on the countries. In Germany, around 60% is recovered. In Poland, it's probably 45. I don't know how it is in Poland. But this is the most important part of any sustainability, is for the consumers to be aware to put it in the right bag.
Yeah.
We have also CPP lids, and this is the lid.
Use sustainable material, then do you make it like a circular product, like a circular packaging product? Because then you can reuse the packaging, because that's more sustainable.
I don't understand it.
Do you make then the packaging of sustainable materials, like eco-friendly materials, or do you intend to make the packaging circular?
It's both. It's first of all biocompostable. Yes, we do that as well, but this is very, very tricky, because with biocompostable materials, the material will be diminished sometimes faster than the product inside. So with biomaterials, the primary goal of packaging is to have barrier against oxygen and against water. If you have a very sustainable material which is bio, this barrier is very low, and then we waste food, because food inside the packaging will go off. So yes, bio is also a case, but it's very, very little and very difficult to do. So most of the packaging is made to be reused. And what is most important in sustainability is to, first of all, down gauge, second of all, to be mono-material. These are the two most important trends. Because when you down gauge, you use less. When you do mono-material, you have the ability to recycle, a much better ability to recycle.
Work-life balance.
We don't have any issues with positions in our company. Even our operational director is a woman. So, and there's no pay, really in Poland there's no issue with the pay difference between men and women in companies. Actually, women are much better, because simply there's less women in business, and they kind of want to prove that they are great. So usually when I have women managers, they're far better than men.
Yeah.
And there's no pay gap in Poland.
We
There's no
see
pay.
the same students.
Sorry?
We see the same
Ah.
students. So nice.
And then also about the work-life balance, is that like?
Work-life balance. Yeah, I think we say this to our employees, that it's not about work, although it's in our interest, but it's not about work. And I think people understand this. We don't have people sitting here, 16 hours and working. No, usually at 5, 6, they're all at home. So I think this is also the benefit of a family business, because if you go to corporation or even a private equity, which is an owner of a medium business, They will exchange people, they will not look at people, they will look at numbers. They will look at numbers only. Yeah? And family businesses, they will look at people. So I think this is a very big difference between corporations and